April the 7th, 2021. Got a quick update. We've got some tornadoes coming across the southeast. Right now, you can see that in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, you have tornado watch areas. Above that, in your light purple, you got severe thunderstorm watches. But right now, we have tornadoes in Arkansas. There's a tornado warning here and right here in southwestern Missouri. Everything is moving north and east right now. There's a low pressure system setting here, spinning, and this is throwing off an extreme amount of wind and pressure. Now, this is going to move over into Mississippi as it gets later into the afternoon and tonight, and into Tennessee, and start going into Alabama, and further north of that into Illinois, Kentucky. So keep your eyes on this. We're kind of at the end of spring, trying to move into summer, and we're going to have these conflicts of this cold air, cold, dry air meeting this warm, moist air, and that's what we're dealing with right now. Now, looking at the radar, you can see what we're dealing with. Up in Wichita, Kansas, this is where that center of low pressure is circulating here, and it's throwing out all this wind and thunderstorms to the right, all the way from between Houston and Dallas. You can kind of see the severe line. Shreveport, you have been going through it, and it's still in your area. You got another wave coming. Here in central Mississippi, it's been cloudy and partly cloudy all day, warm. And very nice, as you know, as far as being in the 70s. Love that temperature, but it's causing problems because of the cold air that's moving in. Notice that through Little Rock, in this area, you've got a tornado warning, and then when you get into Springfield, Missouri, and north of there, we'll look at where the location's at, but you can see all the way from Kansas City, Springfield, Little Rock, Shreveport, again, Lake Charles area. It's going to move through Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky as the night goes on. And again, we got tornado watches up, and those yellow watch boxes will move east as the afternoon continues. Now, if you look just south and west of Russellville in Arkansas, this is where the tornado is, and you know they're moving north and northeast. Now, this is the one that we're talking about in Missouri, and you can see Jefferson City here. Then Sedalia here, and a tornado warning is in between them. Again, it's going to be moving east. If you know where we're looking at on the map, guys, you know to take cover and shelter now. Now, let me say this. Your severe thunderstorm watches are all around this, and the severe thunderstorm warnings are kind of the orange right here, guys. So as this moves across all of these states, even if you don't see a tornado, you could have storms, 60-mile-per-hour winds and hail the size of ping pong balls. They've already got them up to the size of tennis balls in some places in Louisiana, guys. So pay attention to that. Hail, high winds, severe thunderstorms, and pop-up tornadoes from now throughout the evening. Now, backing out and looking at the entire nation, you can see where this weather is going. It's, again, the right side of the spinning low pressure system, and when you start seeing again these long lines of storms like this, it's all concentrated in those areas, so it can come very quickly, be very dangerous, and very destructive as it moves again north and east. Just one other point while we're here. Normally the hurricane season goes from the beginning of June to the end of November. The last couple of years, the hurricanes have started about 2 weeks early in mid-May. Now, we're 5 weeks away from mid-May now. The National Hurricane Center is saying starting next year, they may change the dates of the beginning into May. They're not doing it this year, but again, for the last few years, we have seen that start to happen. So interest along the coast, just keep that in mind, Florida, Gulf Coast, up the East Coast, that we're, again, about 5 weeks from possible tropical weather. So be prepared in your plans and what you're doing, and you know, watch everything that's going on, because I just spent a day down in Perdido, Key, Florida, and it got hit by Sally last year. There's still a lot of devastation, and it can come very quickly, and there's a lot of places that are still closed, partially open, houses that are still needing roofs, trees down, things like that. It's come a long way, but it has not recovered yet. Because of grand solar minimum, something else that I noticed a couple of days ago while I was in Perdido was how blistering the sun was. It was a cool breeze. You needed a light jacket. but it was very sunny, and if you were near the water or on the water, you could feel it, and it was kind of an exhausting fatigue, and your skin was left dry and burning. Grand solar minimum, our shields are weak. That affects every drop of weather on this planet, from what you're seeing now to, again, hurricane season coming up, and it's starting in about 5 weeks. But we're watching this. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.